Annyeonghaseyo and hello to all of you. In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to make cabbage rolls. Now, a lot of you have been asking me to show you how I like to make cabbage rolls at home. And I have to be completely honest, cabbage rolls are probably not my favorite things to make just because there's quite a lot of steps to it. And in terms of flavor, it can be quite boring. But I have been playing around with different textures and ingredients and also the dipping sauce to make it fit my palate and make it a lot more flavorful. So I hope you can give this recipe a try, especially if you love cabbage rolls. But if you do have a cabbage roll recipe at home that you love to make and enjoy, please share it with me so that I can give it a try and hopefully love cabbage rolls more often. Other than that, let's go straight into it and I'll show you how to make these. The first thing I like to do is to make the filling. This is going to be a chicken and vegetable filling with some bean thread noodles. In a pretty big bowl, I'm going to add in some bean thread noodles that I've hydrated. I placed 2 bundles of this dried bean thread noodles into a bowl and add in some hot tap water until it is fully submerged, and then allow this to soak for about 30 minutes until it's flexible and hydrated. Drain the water and then use kitchen scissors to cut them a lot smaller so they'll be a lot easier to mix into the filling. To this, I'm going to add in some sliced green onions, shredded carrots, and I have here some oyster mushrooms that I have rough chopped. I like using oyster mushrooms to give the filling a little bit more moisture and also texture. I have here some diced up lotus roots. I like to add this into the filling to give it a really nice crunchy texture. And lotus roots you can definitely find at pretty much all Asian grocery store. I like to peel the outside and then give it a really good rinse inside and out. And then using a really sharp knife, just dice it up into small chunks like this. I have here some finely minced up bok choy. I like to add bok choy into the filling for texture and also for the flavor. And then for the protein, I'm going to be using minced up chicken thigh. You could definitely use any type of protein you like. Some people love to use pork. Some people make it vegetarian and add tofu. So it's really up to you. I find chicken thigh to be a lot more flavorful and juicier. And it also complements the cabbage as well. To season, I'm going to add in some salt, sugar, black pepper, garlic powder, fish sauce, mushroom seasoning, oyster sauce, and sesame oil. And then give this a really good mix until everything is incorporated. The filling is pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside while I take care of the cabbage. So after testing a few cabbages, the one that I like to use for cabbage roll is the Savoy cabbage. The reason why is it peels a lot nicer, and after it cooks for a while, it does retains its texture and shape compared to if you're going to be using the regular green cabbage. Now, if you want, you can also use Napa cabbage. Napa cabbage works really well as well. Just make sure you buy a pretty big one so that it'll be a lot easier for you to roll. But the Savoy cabbage is probably my favorite to use. Now, to prep this, I like to flip it to the bottom here and just take a really sharp paring knife and carefully go around the core here and just cut it out and remove it so that it'll be a lot easier for the leaves to peel off. This recipe makes exactly 12 cabbage rolls, so I'm only going to peel off 12 leaves. Now you can also peel the leaves starting from the base here. I found that this method was a lot easier and cleaner. The leaves came out a lot prettier and you have a less likely chance of ripping the fragile leaves. Alright, so I have 12 pretty nice decent size leaf here. I'm going to go ahead and blanch it in hot boiling water. Cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes just until each leaf becomes a little bit more flexible and just a tad bit softer. After a few minutes, I'm going to remove the leaves and place it into a bowl of ice water. This will help stop the cooking process and will also keep the cabbage leaf nice and vibrant. Make sure each leaf is fully submerged in the ice water. Once the leaves are cooled, I'm going to remove them and place it into a colander and allow the excess water to drain out. Alright, so it's time to fill and roll. I'm going to take one of the cabbage leaf and place it onto a flat surface. Make sure to spread it out really good. So some people like to trim or cut off the thicker part of the cabbage here. I actually don't really care to trim it off because as it cooks in the oven for 1 hour, it does get tender. So I don't bother trimming this part off at all. However, it's really up to you. Go ahead and trim it off if you like to, but I'm going to leave this because it is less work for me and still tastes pretty good to me after it's cooked. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 scoops of the filling and place it right in the center. And then I like to fold in the sides, and then starting from the bottom, just go ahead and lift it up and continue rolling. Tuck and roll until you reach the end. Make sure the filling is completely secured, and then you should have something that looks like this. It's pretty simple. Continue until the filling and leaves are used up. After they're filled and rolled up, I'm going to place them into a 9x13 baking dish and then cover this with foil. I'm going to cook this in the oven, so I preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to cook this for 1 hour. You could definitely steam them, but I actually prefer cooking them in the oven because it's just a lot easier. Because the cabbage in the filling has so much moisture, it will release a little bit of moisture as it cooks for 1 hour, so you don't have to worry about it burning. While the cabbage rolls are cooking, I'm going to be making the sesame paste dipping sauce. And this dipping sauce is so flavorful, goes really well with the cabbage roll. Into a bowl, I'm going to add in some Chinese style sesame paste, and this is the one I'm using. Sesame paste can be found at all Chinese grocery store. There's quite a lot of different brands, so just make sure you look at the ingredients list, and the thing that it should say on there is just sesame seeds. And this is what the sesame paste looks like. Chinese style sesame paste has a much more richer, robust, and nuttier flavor because it is made with toasted sesame seeds compared to if you're going to be using tahini. Tahini is made with raw sesame seeds. So I highly recommend using a Chinese style sesame paste for this dipping sauce. To this, I'm going to add in some mirin along with some soy sauce, hot water, fish sauce, rice vinegar, sugar, and some spicy chili crisp. And this is the one that I love to use for this dipping sauce. You can add as much or as little as you want. My family loves quite a lot of this, so I'm adding about 3 tablespoons of this into the dipping sauce. And for some greenery, I'm going to add in some chopped green onions and some fresh cilantro. And then mix this until it is completely smooth. You might have to stir this quite a bit so that it can get completely smooth, and the dipping sauce is done. After an hour, the cabbage rolls are ready. I'm going to remove the foil, and then I'm going to serve this immediately while it's still hot and fresh. You could definitely enjoy these cabbage rolls dipped into the sauce, but I actually like to serve them on a plate and then just scoop a few spoonfuls of the sauce right on top. The cabbage roll itself without the dipping sauce is pretty light in flavor. Eating it with the dipping sauce just gives it another level of flavor and makes it a lot more enjoyable in my opinion. The filling is texturally amazing with the bean thread noodles and lotus roots and mushrooms and chicken. So this is my style of cabbage roll.
And that is it for today's video. If you do want the full written recipe, I do have the link down below in the description box so that you can give it a try. Other than that, enjoy these while they are still warm and fresh. I do want to note that this dipping sauce will actually go really well if you're going to be having hot pot at home. This dipping sauce goes amazing with boiled vegetables and the meat, so it is amazing with hot pots. This cabbage roll recipe overall was inspired by eating hot pot, so I added things in the fillings that I would enjoy in hot pot, and this dipping sauce was also inspired by hot pot as well. So give this one a try. Until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. That is so flavorful. It's all about the sauce. It's like eating hot pot in a